Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. Let's take a little review of the journey of faith that we're on with our father Abraham. He's called, he obeys, he worships. A trial comes. He doesn't seek God. He goes down to Egypt, and look at what happens when he goes down to Egypt. Listen to Genesis 12, verse 10 through 13, and I'm going to focus on verse 13. Now there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while, because the famine was severe. As he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "I know what a beautiful woman you are. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' Then they will kill me, but will let you live. Say you are my sister, so that I will be treated well for your sake, and my life will be spared because of you." This is the downward spiral of sin. The results of not seeking God, the results of taking matters into your own hands, of following your own understanding. The first thing he does is he doesn't seek God about whether he should go to Egypt. Then he goes and he starts making, just before he enters Egypt, he makes a judgment about the Egyptians. They're going to kill me and take my wife because she's beautiful. Take her and have sex with my wife because she's beautiful. No thought of how God would protect him, how God would keep him. After all, he had a promise from God that he was going to be the father of many nations. What's going to happen? The Egyptians are going to kill him. That's the end of the promise. What happened with God's promise? So he's not even thinking or relying on God's promise. He's off on his own. Maybe that was a threat, that they would kill him and take his wife. But isn't God's promise stronger than any threat we face or Abraham faced? His main concern was with himself and what he could do for himself. Self-preservation, even above his duty to protect his wife. Now understand what's going on. He's planning so that Sarai can become sexually involved with the Egyptians, probably with the Pharaoh. He's willing to give up his wife to that sexual immorality so that he can preserve his own life. That's his plan, his understanding. So he gets his wife to lie, and he lies. The root of Abram's sin is selfishness. The root of my sin is selfishness. And it's a downward spiral once we put ourselves on top. We forget about God's promise, and we start trusting in what I can do to preserve myself. What makes sense to me? And it will involve compromising our character, the character of others around us. Now, if you are in a situation where you feel you have to lie, then you know what? You're no longer trusting in God. And Abram thought he was in a situation where he had to lie. It's the only way out, which exposes his total lack of faith in this situation. He's no longer walking by faith. And lying is as serious a sin as murder, because it shows a lack of trust in God's provision and promise. And yet, although this is a horrible situation in his life, remember, Abraham became the father of faith, an example of faith. That encourages me, so that in my weaknesses, my shortcomings, my sins, God can work through me. God can change my heart. God can forgive me. cleanse me, and make you a person of faith. On Monday, we're going to see the generational effects of Abram's action in these verses as we continue our journey of faith. I look forward to seeing you then. Invite some others to take the journey along with us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.